Today on NBA 2K26, I am putting Cooper Flagg on every NBA team. As you can see, we're here on NBA 2K26. We're going to be starting with the Washington Wizards, for example, because as you can see, Cooper Flagg is, of course, not on the Washington Wizards in real life. He's on the Dallas Mavericks, but today I put him on every single NBA team. See how things play out with his rookie year with Cooper Flagg on every single team. There's going to be 30 Cooper Flaggs in today's video. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think is going to happen. So starting here with the Washington Wizards, as you can see, he's actually already the best player on this roster. CJ McCollum is rated at an 81, as is Alexander Sarr here. On 2K26, Cooper Flagg comes in as a 82 overall into his rookie season. So that is what you'd like to see right here. So there you have it, 82 overall Cooper Flagg. Obviously, we're going to go through all the teams very quickly here before we kick into the simulation, but I just want to show you guys how things are playing out on 2K26 here. I almost said 2K25 again. You're just saying 2K25. Either way here, 82 overall. This Cooper Flagg very well might put up the best numbers between all the Cooper Flaggs. So, of course, you have all the players here in the NBA, you know, all the ones that have better overalls than them, you know, LeBron, Luka, the rest of them. But as you can see, once we get here, Cooper Flagg is just in the mix of all of them here. Some teams he has the bonus rating up one, other teams it does not. So going here to the Sixers, Paul George was honestly a disappointment last year for them. Cooper Flagg on that team is definitely going to help in that starting lineup. Going to Milwaukee Bucks, that team desperately needs help to say the least. Adding Cooper Flagg onto that team will be a huge plus. Chicago Bulls here, Cooper Flagg is already tied for the second highest overall with Gideon Vucevic. Kobe White is the highest right here. Wouldn't be surprised if Cooper Flagg actually averages the most points out of all these ones on the Chicago Bulls. The Cavs here, honestly, they don't really need Cooper Flagg, but you know, adding him over DeAndre Hunter is definitely a good addition onto your squad. Boston Celtics here, Tatum, I'm just going to have him play this season. Why not? You know what I mean? And yeah, so it should be interesting to see how that plays out with Cooper Flagg in that Celtics uniform. The Clippers here, the Clippers have a very team full of much depth for the upcoming season here. Adding Cooper Flagg is only going to help even further. Next, we got the Memphis Grizzlies, who desperately need help, so it's going to be curious to see. What I'm most curious to see on the end of the season here is which teams actually might do worse than projected because they had Cooper, which teams are actually doing better. Curious to see how that plays out. Obviously, adding Cooper on any single team is good. Of course, he's now the fourth highest here on Miami. The Charlotte Hornets here desperately need his help, so that's going to be good for them. The Jazz as well. The rebuilding teams are going to have much more of an impact with Cooper on that team compared to the teams like the Thunder and the Rockets, for example. Fourth highest overall here on Sacramento Kings. The New York Knicks here. He's down below the top four here, but he's still above Josh Hart by 1 overall. He's now going to be starting in that Lakers starting lineup there. Luka, LeBron, Reeves, Flagg, and Ayton. Should be interesting to see how that plays out. He's tied here with Jalen Suggs here for the Orlando Magic, and of course the Dallas Mavericks here. I'm not adding Cooper to him because you know he's already on the team, of course, but they're still going to be pretty good this season in my opinion. The Nets here, the Nets suck, so I wouldn't be surprised if this Brooklyn Nets for Cooper Flagg is one of the highest overalls here. Of course, he's probably going to be starting for the Denver Nuggets. The Pacers here, they probably will be starting him over Aaron Nesmith, as you can see right there. The Pelicans desperately need his help. The Pistons, as do they as well, third highest on the team. The Raptors, yeah, the Raptors are not very good, but they got a lot of forwards though. The Rockets honestly should be interesting. This team is very, very good in my opinion going into next season. The Spurs also will be an interesting play. The Suns are not very good, so that Cooper I think is going to do well. The Cooper on the Thunder, honestly, I don't think he's going to do anything too crazy here. He's down the 4th, 5th option on that team. Minnesota here, they do like Cooper, but they do like Jaden McDaniels as well. Portland Trail Blazers, Cooper probably is going to have some good minutes, as well as the one on the Golden State Warriors. And there you have it. That's all 30 teams quickly. As I showed you right there, Cooper Flagg is on every single NBA team. See how things play out on 2K26. I'll update you guys with everything at the end of the year. Let's hope for some great results for Cooper Flagg on every NBA team. And at the end of the season, James Harden is your MVP. Never seen Harden win MVP here in a long time on 2K. There it is right there. Rookie of the Year goes to Cooper Flagg on the Miami Heat. 16.7 rebounds, 3 assists a game for him. Steal and block. 6th Man of the Year is also going to Cooper Flagg on the Orlando Magic. That's very interesting. 5th Defensive Player of the Year. And we got Guida here, Most Improved Player. Booker is your Clutch Player of the Year. Obviously, I doubt any Cooper Flagg's making all NBA first, second team. Unfortunately, none of the third team there. All defensive first team. There is actually the Cooper on the Charlotte Hornets makes that team. Cooper Flagg, obviously all rookie first team. Heat, Suns, Hornets, Blazers, Sixers. On second team is Pelicans, Hawks, Warriors, Nets, and Bulls. That's what you'd like to see. Let's check out these standings here really quickly before we get into the stats here. Clippers with winning scoring. The Clippers led the way in record 16-22, 56-26 for the Mavs, 56-26 for the Timberwolves. You know, the rest of it, how it goes. Also, the Blazers had a very good season. Actually, let's go into this part of it here for these standings instead of just that part of it. Clippers, Mavs, Wolves, Warriors, Thunder, Suns, Lakers, Blazers, Rockets. Actually, the Rockets actually not do that good here. Spurs, Kings, Nuggets, Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Jazz there. And then let's go to the Eastern Conference. Cavs, Knicks, the Hawks did very well. The Pistons did well. The Raptors did all right. Pacers, Celtics, Magic, Bulls. The Bucks obviously not too good. The Heat obviously not that good over there. And of course Washington still couldn't do anything. Also, so now let's go to the player stats here at the end of the season and see how that plays out in terms of scoring and everything. So Cooper Flagg, for some reason, only played 34 games for the Lakers here, but he did average 14, 5, and 2. So we're just gonna do a comparison to see which ones obviously did the best and which ones did the worst. On the Magic here, we got Cooper Flagg, some games starting, some off the bench. I don't know what's going on in these other teams. We had 15, 5, and 3 for them. On the Mavericks here, the actual team, also some starting, some coming off the bench, 14, 5, and 3. We got the Nets version here, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. I told you his one's gonna be a little bit better because you get more opportunity. 14 points on the Nuggets. On Pacers here, 14, 7, and 4. That's what you like to see. On Pelicans, 15, 6, and 3. We got on the Pistons, 15, 6, and 4. Pretty good. About 15 and 5 and 3 for all around here. Actually averaged 17 points a game here on the Houston Rockets. That's the highest one I've seen so far. Only 13 here for the Spurs. He did average 17 as well for the Phoenix Suns. I got an update required, probably because the servers are back online here. On the Thunder here, actually 17 points a game for the Thunder as well. Very interesting. They had a lot of scoring on that team. Cooper Flagg on the Timberwolves was 12. On the Blazers, 18. That is the highest, only behind Damian Lillard. Of course, I could have had Lillard and Tatum sit out the season, so don't hate me in the comment section, but you know, I thought it was more interesting if they played, because why not? You got 16 on the Warriors. On the Wizards here, I was actually kind of expecting a little bit more. Only 15 for him there. 15 on the Sixers, 13. Bucks. On the Bulls, 15. On the Cavs, only 12. Makes sense. On the Celtics, 13. On the Clippers, 14. Grizzlies, 13, and 17 actually for this Hawks team. Wow, no wonder why they did all right here. 16 on the Heat. We had 15.5 for the Hornets. Jazz get 17.5 actually as their leading scorer, because where is Lauri Markkanen is not on this team anymore. Shout out Kevin Love, but they made a trade, I guess. But leading scorer on the Utah Jazz, Cooper Flagg, and we had 16 on there for the Kings, and we got 12 for the Knicks, and back to the Lakers. So yeah, pretty good all around. In all honesty, let's see how these playoffs turn out for the end of the season here. I have obviously no idea what's going to happen here. Of course, I didn't have any say in any of this. Simulate the first round here, of course, and go on a round-by-round basis before we kick all the way to end. Obviously, the Lakers have been eliminated. Get the Clippers and the Thunder. Nothing too crazy there. Also, the red on there is pretty interesting for the Thunder. Get the Mavs and Timberwolves, Cavs and Pistons here. Pistons and the Hawks, I would say, are the two biggest teams that I did not expect out of this at all. Go to another round here. It's going to be Dallas and Thunder, nothing crazy. The Pistons here again. Wow, the Pistons are winning again. Let's see if they can get the job done here in the next round of it. And it's going to be the Knicks and the Mavs. So obviously, they were unable to do so. The Knicks and the Mavs here. Of course, the Knicks now have Cooper Flagg. Obviously, the Mavericks, you know, they already had Cooper Flagg. They already had him on team. Let's see how things play out. Also, that YouTube TV thing is new here on 2K26. So I'm going to just do a one-by-one basis here in the finals. 110, 107. Cooper Flagg 8 for the Knicks in this one. And on the Mavs, he had 12. In game number 2, what's going to happen here? Oh, I just simulated the entire round. But either way, the Mavericks are going to win. Anthony Davis is your finals MVP. Cooper Flagg, they're 11 points, 0.7 points per game for the playoffs for the New York Knicks. I don't know why he has a previous year in there. That makes no sense. And 16 points in the final game, 13 points right there. And his Dallas regular season projections is 14, 5, and 3. So there you have it. That's me putting Cooper Flagg on every single team here on NBA 2K26. If you want me to use any other players, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll be happy to do so. Obviously with legends or other players, even Bronny, who knows. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. A lot more 2K26 videos coming out in the future. See you all in the next one.